promises because it's meant to be broken. Trust is just a word, no describing to it. My path is the only path I can take. Yeah, I know it's chosen.
Healing.
There ain't no easy road. It's not healing.
Fine.
I'm just living.
I'll do it myself.
Witness true mastery. I bring you to the shadows.
What is going on here?
Come on,
Let the downside up to top notch, whatever haters do. Hot top that, do it like this, do it like that, do it like how it is, but never do it like what? Got speed, I drop this racket, determination, like just imagine things that happen. Just have to ask that, you go there, please gotta keep asking. I am needed elsewhere, terribly active.
strike this one down.
What you don't possess, it's not in store. I work my ass while you in a bed store. Turning dust to gold, hardcore. Coming through now.
Just try and touch me.
Shake it up the seat. Hold the drive.
You should have fled when you had the...
Heyo internet! And that there was a fantastic example of just what kind of support Janos truly can be. And for those of you who know the lore behind the self-proclaimed god himself, of course I would have to make a video on him eventually. Being a disappointed buckmain myself. How could you leave us? Daddy, why? Now, to be fair, Janos isn't all that bad, and he did have his reasons to simply peace out of the realm. You see, he was just really into astrology and not paying child support. So he took his chances and blasted his ass to the stars on the first spaceship available. Either that or the whole story is about him getting high out of his mind on some monk herbs they had at the time. At the end of the day, unlike most of our fathers, he actually came back to help the realm from being strangled to death by 60 feet python from hell. Now, Janos is one of those support champions that honestly does not take much skill to heal with. It's a simple right-click interaction and you can heal people through walls. If you wanted an easier champion for somebody starting out with a support class, you could honestly not find a better one. His primary fire, called Star Splitter, is a simple auto carbine that looks more like a pistol and deals 115 damage every 0.13 seconds. A very specific and weird number to choose, but hey, sure, and has a maximum ammo count of 30 with 100 units of range. This damage is pretty much nothing compared to most supports, and you would most likely just perma-hold it down as you focus on healing your teammates and spray your fire wildly around from target to target. His actual healing ability is called Astral Mark, marking anybody you choose at a certain range, while also healing them for 400 instantly, along with the mark now healing them for 220 every 1 second for 11 seconds. This goes through any obstacles and the range can be improved with loadouts, and right away, the heal itself in the current meta just sucks. It's not good. You can probably already see this. It has no real burst and the passive healing usually gets your tank killed pretty fast. There was a time it used to be the meta, but this time is definitely long past. For his Q ability, Janos uses the Force to choke out any fool that tries to engage him.
Harder, Daddy.
What?
There's somewhere on you.
He's Bora's in the back. Dude, I can't.
This ability just completely shuts down any flank or DPS trying to take a bite out of that rump back line. And honestly, it's why Janos is my most hated champion in the game. Its range is huge and it completely stops any aggressive engagement ability while also setting it on cooldown if you only have one charge. Like my poor boy Buck! Or you could utilize it to simply shut down anybody trying to touch the point, like this poor Barrack who tried so desperately, even pulling out his ultimate, but sadly it was just not enough and a bit too late, with the rest of his team slowly crumbling and us winning the game. And with Janos' movement ability named Stellar Wind being pretty much an instant cooldown that lets you float around and move faster by 65% while also increasing your jump height, you pretty much become a worse version of Cardio Victor, running circles around your enemy and hoping they have the aim of a top Paladin's PPC player.
I can't, dude. Get some armor plating real quick, dude. Oh, that Grover hurts a lot.
Yay, we got Khan.
Got it, boys.
But now for a quick break to take a look at his loadouts and cards, as that really determines the playstyle you choose. For his healing playstyle, we have Retrograde at 5 to reduce his mark cooldowns by 2 seconds, Light Years at 4 to increase the range of said mark, and Astral Cycle 4 as well for an increase of, again, that same mark duration by 1.6 seconds, making us into one of the heal bots in the game. And it makes me wanna ZZZ, me. Straight up just fall asleep. The rest of his cards are just fillers, but I do go with Relativity and Side Reel both at 1 to at least give me somewhat tiny bit of sustain.
Please, sir. I want some more.
Honestly, this is just one of the few cases where I really don't need to explain the playstyle to you. It's that simple. You just look at a teammate through walls, right-click on them to heal, and well, that's it. This playstyle's item build would usually always be Horde item, Chronos 3, Nimble, and Armor Plating, with Arcane Warding, Unbound, and Sentinel only swapping out with Horde when you really need them. So just situational outside of Chronos. You could obviously get away with buying other items as well. The item shop update kind of gives you that possibility, but in real games, it usually goes something along those lines. And now for the final and as usual the best part of any kit, the ultimate. Janos' ultimate, named Through Time and Space, apparently turns you into a buffed version of Goku himself, as it locks you into place, gives you full CC immunity, and after 1.2 seconds unleashes a giant Kamehameha through the entire map! Yes, the entire map!
Myself and I. The 1v3.
There's no range, there's no obstacles, you just shoot a beam of pure, concentrated cosmos energy straight into the enemy's face. But it doesn't end there, because being the most interesting part of his kit and having no limit to range, well, you kinda see where this is going. Yup, spawn ultimates. Janos is one of the few champions that can just walk out of spawn and in the first second, hit him with the
I've got some children I need to make into corpses! What the fuck?
So, that's it. Janos is just a boring support that's made for level 1 babies of paladins, that has a somewhat fun to use ultimate which only takes 2 brain cells to not fall for? Is Janos really that weak? With 360 damage every 0.4 seconds? That's... yes, that could work! We add a bit of lifesteal, increase our maximum health, and steal all of the healing our teammates are meant to receive. Yes, it's all for us now! If our silver damage teammates can't carry this game, then we will do it ourselves.
Nice play.
I ain't got time to bleed. They're firing on me!
Victor, you can't fight me. You can't fight me, no matter what range. I'm just better.
Oh, Grocko, push. Oh, go away, Con. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Raven over.
With this playstyle, we're going for something of a Omen at home type of deal. Only with Omen being nerfed, we're now back in business! DPS Janos is back! Let's go, baby! And boy, does it make this champion so much more fun. The loadout allows us to become a self-sustained monster, greedily only saving the healing for ourselves. Being able to just outflank the actual flanks, and have them questioning how 25% lifesteal in a card with high mobility and rapid fire damage is fair. But hey, life's not fair. Why should paladins be? We can flank around, be aggressive, or just sit back and do damage in the back line. Although preferably you're more of a mid-range DPS at this point, and you still have that neat Q skill that completely shuts down most flanks and DPS. But how exactly does this look in game? In this previous clip, we see me respawn with a vengeance, running directly at the Victor who got one over on me. With my superior range and even burst damage, he quickly realizes he's no match for the ascended demigod, and simply tries to run away.
Get your ass back here!
But he's clearly no match for my swift moves as I majestically float towards him to finish the job.
I wish I brought my controller.
After the successful flank, I instantly turn my attention to the back line of the enemy team. We kill both Koga and Io in seconds, finishing it off with a beautiful Janos ult saving my teammate that got ulted by Khan.
Go away, Con. Thank you so much.
This is the perfect example of how potent Janos is at actually being a flank, and can make a solid defense completely crumble. This playstyle allows you to simply brush off the enemy's damage, and if you hit every shot, it rewards players who don't have claws for hands. It's Paladins, boys, it's really not that hard to hit shots, come on now. And if you still continue to miss despite the thick, luxurious hitboxes Paladins offers, you can also utilize his ultimate as a delete button in the middle of combat. Oh.
Oh, damn. Can I have a kill, Raven?
Although for legal reasons, I've been instructed to warn you that ulting in enemies' faces during combat may have varied results, sometimes ending in death. Really? Alright, I know DPS Janos is annoying to go against, but surely we can't make it even worse. Can we?
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X.
They can't get there.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Show me a move.
Trying to get tricky. I'll be fucked in the back. Fuck's gonna come in at me. Knew it.
Kill yourself? No! Yes, with this loadout, we actually become the demigod Janos claims to be, flying around like we own the place. The mobility this gives Janos is actually insane, and compares to the likes of me. Janos basically woke up one day, put on his OG Adidas kicks, and said,
They don't know me, son! They don't know me! Who's gonna carry the boom? And the boom!
You're pretty much the scout from TF2. Even the carbine being made into a burst weapon feels more like him. And I love it! I absolutely love when a playstyle I used to enjoy in other games also pops up in other games I enjoy. It's like having yourself a massive chocolate cake and somebody slaps a scoop of Rocky Road on top of that thing. You just can't have too much of a good thing. I don't care if that's factually wrong or makes no sense, because I'm running circles around them! The mobility allows me to basically be untouchable against anyone trying to flank me, while also having the visibility on the enemies at all time, and being able to pick and choose my battles as I please. This is basically just a flank that can heal at this point. This is where Janos truly shines, and goes from the boring support to an actually enjoyable flank champion. You know, come to think of it, most supports and tanks and paladins are more fun if played as flanks. It's almost like flanks themselves are irrelevant and replaceable. Huh. The more you know. The best items with such a build actually happen to be the new ones Evil Mojo added, with Nimble and Trigger Scent being some of the core ones, but armor plating and lethality are also solid options. Honestly, the biggest difference is we don't really care as much about Chronos anymore, but if you want a faster cooldown build, you can still opt in for it. Bloodbath is also a fun option, or any elimination item really, as it gets a ton of those, making you quite a broken DPS support indeed. Honestly, I'm not sure why more people aren't picking up on this, and how good it made a lot of these DPS support champions. Wait, now a lot more people know about it, and it's kind of my fault? You guys will be fine. As this version of Janos, you're basically the ultimate life form, baiting enemies after you, only to jump behind a wall and absolutely dunk on them, what? Only to then run away like some sort of Neo from the Matrix, dodging all the bullets coming after you, and getting out absolutely unscathed. Nothing can stop me, flying at supersonic speed, stomping all over my enemies in my path. Oh, an enemy support dares challenge me? The all-powerful Janos?
The Matrix has attacked me.
Okay, maybe Janos isn't exactly invincible, and you probably shouldn't test the enemy's intelligence every chance you get, by trying to run circles around them, but this playstyle is definitely the most fun out of all of them. Sadly, he does have one playstyle that I as a buck main personally despise, and that would be the Power Cosmium one. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna give it the dignity of making a loadout for this absolute garbage, because it's truly the most useless talent of all time. Honestly, even Barrack Forgefire is less useless than this. And that thing straight up nerfs him. Power Cosmium gives your Q ability a cripple effect and does 480 damage over its duration. Thing is, Unbound, or whatever the new item cosplaying as Resilience is, completely shuts it down. You're basically choosing not to have a talent, and the items this patch are even cheaper in most regards, along with being even easier to get thanks to Horde. This talent is just bad. There's no scenario you should be picking this in outside of wanting me to focus you all game. I don't know, maybe you're into that. At the end of the day, you're pretty much throwing by not giving extra healing to your team, or at least doing some form of damage with Binary Star. That's it. Don't pick it. Don't make loadouts for it. Pretend it doesn't exist, and that's my rant over. Oh, you're still here? I thought I told you not to pick it. No, I'm not showing you the loadout. It's a garbage talent. It's just not good.
He's dead. And I'm like, oops.
Yesterday I was playing against Sirius and Grover. It was so annoying.
Bit.
Blit, yes. Big blit.
Big yes.
He's picked up.
He just stabs them one by one.
He's picked up.
They fall down. He just grabs them one by one.
Come here, Grover. Come here.
Beautiful.
Come on. Kill it. Oh. There you go. There we go. Drogas, come here.
Oh my god, double.
Oh, it's disgusting. Fine, I'll share my dirty little secrets with you, and how we make such a build actually possible. So, the first card we want is Falling Star 4, which will give us 80% active cooldown reduction if the person we're choking the life out of dies in our arms. This basically just snowballs out of control when there are a lot of low HP enemies. Kind of getting Buck card vibes here? Huh. Neat. The other level 4 card is Heavenly Pull, which basically increases the range of Void Grip by 40%, allowing us to yoink anybody we please while they can't really touch us. Or just completely stop them from touching the point, as we laugh hysterically. We of course still want to heal, so slap that level 3 Light Years in the loadout, and the usual self-sustained cards like Relativity and Retrograde, both at level 2. Yes, you should feel bad for playing it. Yes, it's pretty fun. And yes, it's still pretty useless. It's pretty much the talent you pick to tell the world, I hate you. And is probably the favorite talent of most sadist Paladins players out there, while also being masochistic at the same time because you clearly hate yourself too. Who hurt you? All jokes aside, it's pretty fun to play and pull off stuff like high mobility escapes, watching flanks cry after they desperately try to kill you, only to be force choked, die, and smash their PC. And stopping the tank from touching the point? Mwah! Chef's kiss. I mean, just look at this.
Do you feel like Goku when you use your ultimate?
Like Gojo. I'm literally Gojo.
You really do have a god complex.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh. Look at this man.
He really tried chasing you.
He's going.
Of all people, he really tried chasing you down. That is crazy.
No.
What is your range?
No. What the?
That was so toxic.
These are prime examples of why this loadout feels fun to play. But let's just be serious for 1 second. All of this here, you could already do on normal Janos. Yup, I know! Janos has all of this by default. The only real difference is the range and reset cards. The cripple itself becomes completely useless at Unbound 3, so I still advise just using the loadout if you really feel like it, but going DPS Janos instead, since you just get a decent chunk of actual damage output, along with all those resets and the extra grip range. Nice. Essentially, we're still allowed to become the smug, annoying monster that we really are.
I'm a monster!
And you'll probably still get people telling you to keep yourself safe after the game either way. But yes, it's just the same Janos, with the same ultimates, the same chance to miss those ultimates and get no value whatsoever.
I got that clone. Easiest clone kill in my life.
But you do get that warm, cozy feeling of just being a little stinker. So, do whatever you want. There we go. Nice, dude.
Bro, what is on grabs, dude?
Come here. Oh, no!
You're spamming it!
I know. Oh, no! No! My ass!
Oh, my ass!
Cripple, no cripple, whatever you feel like. And that's it. That's really every playstyle we really have with Janos, but we're not done just yet. Now, let's talk about counters, counterplays, synergy, and all that good stuff. Janos basically counters most flanks that have one escape or engage ability. That's your Bucks, your Dambas, Koas, who else? Most fat tanks? And is generally a nuisance to deal with for flanks. But flanks such as Maeve, Antro, or Eevee can make easy work out of them due to their multiple escape abilities. As a Maeve, you can just hit him once, press your Q to escape the grab, and kill him on your second shot. With Antro, you obviously have infinite dashes and pretty much the same thing for Eevee and Vatsu. Of course, Janos himself works great with most long-range flanks, such as Xin, Maeve, Antro, Buck, Eevee, and more, as your heal really isn't a skillshot-based one, and you can just hit them with the mark pretty much anywhere on the map, in most cases. His downsides start to show when you try healing big tanks, or when Cauterize reaches 90%. You end up being honestly completely useless as a support, and at that point you wish you would have picked the DPS talent instead. Now, do I recommend playing him as a solo support, or DPS, or just in general? Probably not. Maybe ask your team for a main support before you pick Janos, but again, that is your choice. Sure, he's better than nothing, I guess, or at least better than a support Grok, but that's enough of that. In conclusion, I'd give Janos 3 stars out of 5. He's a really easy champion to master, and has a more hidden playstyle that takes more skill to get used to, but rewards you greatly, and feels smooth to play. So, yeah, Janos is a good flank. That's it, end the video. And let's give a warm shout out to our channel members: Freya, Tech Shikari, Magma Flux, Tobias Sander, Lady Insane, Damien, and Toby, along with all the lovely people in the description below. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to see more of my content, well, subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Look to the horizon.